Gather around, Island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. Unlike the hot 22-year-old bombshells in the villa, or 19 in Amber's case, ya gals need some help to keep us looking young, and that's why we turn to ClearStem Skincare. ClearStem offers products to help you anti-acne and anti-age without the harsh chemicals that are just so not lush. We especially love the Bounce Back No Botox Serum that stimulates collagen to reduce wrinkles, fine lines, and acne scars. So if you want to keep up with the hot new bombshells entering the villa, be sure to check out clearstemskincare.com and use promo code FIREPITCHAT for 15% off their exceptional products. Again, that's FIREPITCHAT for 15% off at clearstemskincare.com. CLEARSTEM skincare.com. 15% off is huge, and their stuff be really good. I mean, I don't know if you can tell over there, but we don't have that many wrinkles.
Do you I have your
wrinkles.
Botox serum?
Yeah, I still have it.
I need to redo mine. I just have like a bunch of the Cell Renews, but I need to get more Botox serum.
Yeah, that stuff's
Since
great.
I got my touch up, I gotta maintain it, you know? It lasted me 6 months, dude.
Because you extend it with that ClearStem, it really helps to extend the times in between the needle. Honestly, I need the needle bad.
I know. Honestly,
I just said I don't have wrinkles, but I lied. I have crow's feet bad.
I noticed mine too.
It's the top part of my face.
Exactly.
It's from my cheekbones up. Yeah, it's tired. It's haggard. Haggard. I need help.
Mine's haggard too.
It's
my whole
bad.
being is haggard. I'm like channeling haggard right now.
I am haggard.
You
Look at me.
are wearing what haggard would wear.
I kind of look like I'm a homeless person tonight.
I'm honestly was debating on changing my shirt. It's so gross. It has like stains from my dinner. I'm just like, this is sad girl summer, like we said.
It really is. Like,
I'm so sorry. Like we showed up for winter and we just have disappointed you
but
guys.
do you know what's crazy is in winter we're like, this is not our A game. Like we thought winter was our B game in terms of looks and fashion.
I know.
And we really really went way down. Like I don't think I wore one cute outfit this season
we're
yet.
disgusting.
We're about to be on week 7. I don't think I've worn like a cute outfit yet.
I know.
Like just sweat.
And it's like you would think because like, but I think it's because at first we were like summer, so hot, sexy,
right,
swim, but it's too hot
to be hot and sexy.
Exactly. Like I'm actually like so sweaty in the camera too. Like I can't even rewatch myself this season.
No, that's a joke. I will not be doing that. I was planning on being hot and sexy for summer, but then I forgot, like me as a person, like I'm not hot and sexy.
Right. Correct.
Like I forgot that's not who I am.
I know it.
So maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next winter.
Yeah,
it's not looking
winter,
promising.
because winter you can be cute with blazers, with like all this stuff. Summer, it's really just dresses or like tank top skirts. I'm not in a tank top skirt frame of mind.
Me neither at all.
So this is what you get.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully our thoughts and insight are enough to keep it going.
I think it is.
They're not here for the looks. Clearly.
No. They're here for the opinions.
Speaking of, I could not believe Leah and Montel.
We did not see that coming. One thing we did not see coming. They finally pulled one over on us.
They really, honestly, they pulled 2. Catherine and Elam.
But that we could sort of see coming because Catherine was so hated. She got booed on After Sun.
Yeah.
That's like, now this is where I start to turn the opposite, where I'm like, no, now you guys are being too mean. Like, she didn't do anything. Okay, she was mean to Scott, but like, she's a human person who's going to be like cyberbullied.
No.
Relentlessly now. And it's like, okay, it's a little too much.
Yeah, she shouldn't do that. She shouldn't get that. I mean.
Yeah, it's not fair.
No.
But I really didn't think Leah and Montel were going to go home in the bottom. So why do you think they were in the bottom? Because of Montel being weird? Or what do you think that was?
I think they're boring and people don't like them. So they might not like Katie and Uzi, but Katie brings drama recently. And Leah and Montel, like from what I've market research tells me, is that people like really cannot stand how boring. They think that they're compatible, but they just don't care to see them. Like,
yeah,
they're just boring TV. So it's like, are you going to spend your money on Leah and Montel?
Oh, okay. It's
It's
like I have to remember that you didn't vote for least compatible. You voted for most.
Right.
So it's like they just slipped through the cracks.
Right.
Like people are voting for Scott because they want Scott to stay.
Facts.
People are voting for Mitch and Abby because like they are arguably compatible.
Yeah.
People are voting for Katie and Uzi because Katie's hot and Katie's Katie. I mean, Uzi's hot and Katie's Katie.
There you go. I was like, wait, Uzi's hot.
No, Uzi's hot.
Uzi is getting the votes here.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I feel like Leah and Montel just slipped through the cracks. That's a very good point.
Yeah. But I just literally, I thought they were about to say Katie and Uzi, and I was kind of sad to not see Uzi, even though he's not giving me anything. It's just something good to look at on the TV.
Just a little flash here and there. That's all I need to see.
It's just really all I need.
Just his face. Yeah, it just keeps me up.
Exactly. So I was mind blown at that. And then Katie like goes, are we getting here? You guys are no couple, which I wish Amber, sweetie, you are here because of Scott.
Right. And she's not getting it.
No. And I feel like she knows her age. So like even when the new Bombshell comes in, he's like 26. She's like, it's like she knows she's so young. Like get her out of there. Like honestly, just like someone like get a helicopter in and take her out, and we should just let her disappear off the island. You know what I mean? Like I don't even need an exit. I just need her to disappear.
No, just have her leave. Like Scott can stay. Yeah. She needs to go. She needs to be a camp counselor somewhere. Like she's young enough to still be a camp counselor. Like she's not. This is the wrong show.
It's too uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfy,
and she's uncomfortable now. Like
yeah,
she's like, I feel like
she's
she doesn't
like,
know
what
her
am I
place.
doing here?
Exactly.
Yeah,
she's like, what am I doing here?
It's one thing to bring her. Honestly, I need to have a strong talking to whoever let her on the show. She has got to go. But yeah,
well, her daddy's famous. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's maybe why she thinks maybe they kept her around. Like they think she's like a Gemma.
She's not that delusional. Like she gives nothing.
She's 19. Like she's naive and knows nothing.
But then even when Scott was like, all right, so maybe they want us to be together. She's like,
surely not.
She's like, so you want to do something? She's like, oh, like she was literally scared to death. And then Scott's like, well, we're doing something right. And she's like, well, like not as a couple. Like she was like, no, like I don't want any part of this. Jess and Sammy also wondering why they're in the bottom.
How are we wondering?
But then Jess did say like on that Bombshell date that must be Sammy because that's not the first time he's been in the bottom. So he's been in the bottom every time there's a vote. Yeah, and she did say, I think, to Sammy, like, how many times have you been in the bottom now? She did? When? Like right after the dumping. They were like sitting around and they were like talking about themselves being in the bottom. She's like, yeah, like how many times have you been in the bottom now? Like, and kind of laughed about it. Oh shit. But like said it to Sammy's face. Like I did not pick that up. Yeah. So I think they're all putting that together. I wish Jess would see that. And I just wish the Bombshell, like one little more push. One little more, do you think Sammy really is that into you? That's all you need to say. Right. Just plant the fucking seed from an outside perspective. Right. Like, why? Just do it. Just do it. I was like, please, please, please say something about Sammy because he was surprised when they were closed off when they were on their date, which I do think that they got along really well. Yeah, I think if this Bombshell came in earlier for Jess, there would have been a chance. Yeah. Now there's absolutely no chance in hell, even if it froze over. I know. I'm like not gonna get my hopes up, but I wanted to work out. I don't think any other girl like would go for that kind of guy. No, like, it's like what Ella said, it's your type and only you. And he came in there for her. Like he's your type. You're his type. I wanted like, to you like blondes. I'm like, Jess, everyone likes blondes except for Sammy. Like so true. It's so crazy. She's like, but do you like blondes? Like she's so triggered from Sammy saying you're not my type that's like the first question she's asking all these guys. Like even in Casa, do you like blondes? What's your type? Oh, blondes is his type. Oh, Jess, blonde is usually most guys' types. Literally facts. So it's just like crazy to me that she's like so triggered by that. It's like Sammy's just like messing her up. No, he's doing some damage. And I truly don't think he even cared when she was on the date. I think he fakes a lot of emotions. this guy is so not into Jess. It's like not even funny, like remotely funny. Even when I'm watching her get ready for her date and then she like exits, I just watching Sammy because now I'm just like my eyes are laser focused on Sammy, and let's get him out of there.
It's just
it would be so dope if they separated the couple and like made Jess watch it, like dream scenario. They made Jess and Sammy again have to recouple.
No, they're like, you guys aren't getting it. No.
Exactly.
Separate.
Jess is with the new bombshell. They're in the fucking like hot, not in the bottom. Sammy's in the bottom.
Right.
Like I want her to understand that the common denominator here is Sammy. Because when Jess and Mitch were together, she was not in the bottom.
But how can they possibly not understand it when they're together, they're in the bottom? When they were together, they had to be separated and couldn't recouple. Like, what do you not get? We don't want to see you together.
Yeah.
Like,
so true.
We literally have to fly a blimp over being like, separate. Jess and Sammy, do not get back together.
I know they have like shot collars every time they get like 10 yards. Yeah, no, I know. It's so hard to watch.
It's so hard to watch. And the whole time that she was gone, she's like, what was Sammy's face like when I got the text that I was going on a date? What did Sammy say when I was gone?
Sweetie.
He didn't care. He didn't react because he doesn't care. And I was like, he didn't say much, but he was really nervous. Ella.
I wish Ella would
Stop.
just read her. Because honestly, Ella annoyed me. Ella's like in her mean girl era right now.
She is.
I'm not fucking with it. Like, I like you, so let's not make me not like you right now.
Right.
Like, you're very close to the end. You need to like put on your fucking nice girl smile and stop being this like bitchy girl. Because she was bitchy to fucking Katie. She was bitchy to somebody else. Whatever. So she started talking shit about Sammy, and then he walked up. And she was like, because she was like, well, what does Sammy expect? He goes to 3 different girls, walks down. Oh, don't be worried.
Don't let it get in your head.
What the hell?
Yeah, I wish he sat down and she was like, you're in the bottom because you messed with 3 other girls. Instead, she's like, don't let it get in your head.
Like, how come none of the villas like, so how come you keep saying that Jess is not your, like, don't you think it's weird they keep saying Jess is not your type, yet you're with Jess? Like, everybody in the villa has I forgot who someone said this, but like, oh, Zach. Someone on YouTube was like, Zach has Stockholm syndrome. And I feel like all of them do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can say that for Tyreek, and you can say that for Jess. And you can say that for like Mitch with Abby. Like, you really can't say it for like all the OGs.
They're going nuts in there.
Yeah, I think they're just like, I think they know
it's
the end
time,
is near.
It's cuckoo.
Yeah, it's cuckoo o'clock. Like, they've been locked up in that villa. They don't know what the world is thinking, and they're trying to figure it out. And their only clues are these public votes.
It used to be Bombshells walking in, and it used to be some outside perspective coming into the fucking show.
Right.
Like Adam Collard being like, he called it out, everything out.
Because they used to watch the show, and every bombshell would come and be like, oh, he did kiss that girl on the terrace when he told you no. Like, we need like the bombshell, the financial advisor guy whose name I can't remember, the new bombshell that just came in today.
I want to say Josh, but Josh and Jess, I think.
Ella was the girl.
Yeah. Josh.
Okay. Josh should have said he gave those girls a lot more attention than he told you he was. And he was telling all the girls the same thing he was telling you. That's what he should have said. That's maybe something that maybe could have shaken Jess up.
That's their only card that in their hand that they can play.
Right.
Like, I don't understand why they're not doing that, because you're not going to get into this villa without shaking shit up and like telling people what the viewers are watching. Like,
exactly.
You're like little spies for us.
Exactly. And we need you to go in there and carrier pigeon for us.
Exactly.
So are they not letting them watch the show anymore?
No, I think everybody's watching. I just don't know if they're not saying it or they're not allowed to like use it as a game plan.
People are getting scared to say it like it is to the Islanders' faces, and that's what we need. Like, we need Ella to tell Sammy, no, you were messing with 3 other. Like, we need people to be more upfront in there, and they're not. Like, they're so scared. And it goes all the way back to Zach saying that in like one of the early weeks during a game, being like, no one's being honest. Everyone's being super quiet. And I think like everyone's scared of public, probably like perception. Like they don't want to be Catherined.
Yeah, but Catherine no one didn't like her because she was upfront.
No.
There's a way to do it and still be respectful. Like, to me, that's like what friends do. Like, it's just like your duty as a friend to be real. Like, when you people please, you're fucking lying. Like, you're lying. Like, literally, you are lying to that person, which is causing the fucking, you're not being truthful. Like, it doesn't make sense. So it's like, if you were authentic, but not in like a Katie way where it seems like she's starting drama, it's a passive.
Yeah.
Katie was passive.
But like Katie, I respect that.
No, me too. I mean,
and they're like, not the time or place. She's like, I mean, how is it not? It's a fact.
That was crazy.
But it is a fact. They're not a couple.
Who, Molly and Zach were talking about when she did that?
She said that to Scott and Amber. She's like, I'm sorry, why are Leah and Montel leaving when you're not even a couple?
Agreed.
And someone was like, wrong time, wrong place.
Oh, she's like, no, not about wrong time.
It's not though. I mean, now's the time. Leah's leaving, and they're arguably like one of the couples that maybe have a shot outside the villa.
Who are we talking about?
Leah and Montel, I think.
Oh, for sure.
They're one of the only couples that have a shot on the outside, and they got voted out for not being compatible. Like, they're Katie's right to be like, why?
Yeah. Because it wasn't about that. It wasn't about the pasta.
No, it wasn't.
No. And it's like, some people were like, all the Islanders wondering why these people got voted out. It's like as if they don't know we want to see people on our screens and we don't want to see people on our screens.
Right.
Like,
they're taking it to like literally.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Because they really are trying to figure it out. Like, they cannot figure out why Scott is here and Catherine is not.
Right.
Or they're just not saying it. Whitney didn't seem like so upset Catherine was gone.
I just don't think they're showing it.
Or maybe she's like just stoic, you know?
Like, I feel like they usually don't show the Islanders like mourning the Islanders that left. Like, It's literally just like, the show must go on.
But they showed it with Katie being like super upset Leah was leaving.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting like Ella and Whitney and
I know,
to be like sobbing with Catherine. They really just like didn't give Catherine a send off. They were just like,
how did Leah Montel get more respectful way of exiting than Catherine and Elam?
Right.
You said Elam.
Elam. Yeah, just like so interesting, those dynamics, and just like interesting to watch the Islanders try to piece it together.
Yeah. But the main issue with this episode was freaking Abby.
Yeah, she was annoying the ever-living shit out of me tonight.
It was driving me nuts.
So let's recap. So the Bombshells come in. Ella knows Tyreek, but doesn't tell anyone until a little bit later. So we'll put that aside for now. And then she asks Mitch on a date, which is a weird flex, but okay. Like, weird move.
Who else would she have asked, though? Scott, maybe?
Yeah. Scott's the easy bet. And your real target's Tyreek, so why not just, like, go for Scott and, like, distract Scott, smiling in his way?
Yeah.
And then go, like, I just
But
didn't
she kind of
understand
seemed
that.
genuinely into Mitch.
She seemed it, but I'm not
buying
she's
just
it.
Bombshelling?
I think she's just bombshelling to bombshell.
Yeah. Okay.
And before Mitch even leaves, which I thought Mitch was like sort of nice to Abby before he left. He was like, when he got the text, his like arm was still on Abby. Like, he was giving her reassurance.
Cuckoo
for
These are
Cocoa
red
Puffs.
flags, like, for Abby. But honestly, like, Mitch did the same thing. So people were like, not Abby being exactly like Mitch.
Do you know what? I think Abby might be the girl version of Mitch.
Exactly.
Like, scary. I actually think that those votes for most compatible were fair because they seem very much like cut from the same cloth.
Crazy knows crazy.
Crazy recognize crazy.
Exactly.
Possessive recognize possessive.
But it's just like, how could you not see it? Like, first Whitney had to be like,
you did the same thing to him.
You have no leg to stand on. Her face was like,
she was broken in that moment. She was like,
but then she kept. So then Mitch goes on the date, and what do? You carried on with Scott the whole fucking time, which some of Scott's like sayings were like, I was like, ooh, is that Scott?
You know what? I do not think Scott has game.
Yeah.
Even Zach said it. And when Zach said it, I was like, oh man, I don't think Scott has game.
No, and the things that Scott were saying were giving me the ick. Like when Abby did the like a child's pose basically, and he's like, ooh, the position. I'm like, that type of guy cringes me out so fast. I am literally telling him I'm going to the bathroom and my suitcase is packed and I'm dipping.
You're crawling out the bathroom window.
Literally, like, I hate you. Like, ew. And I just feel that's the moment I got from Scott. Like,
yeah.
Especially when people were saying his icks. Like, did I tell you about the shoes on the bed?
No.
Oh my god, I forgot to, because I knew you would go
I'm terrified.
Insane.
I'm terrified.
The girls from Casa just like left the villa and they were saying some icks that girls had about Scott. He was super nice, but he like wears his shoes on his bed, so there were like footprints all over his bed.
Are you
Jasmine doesn't even allow like outside clothes. Like if I were to sit on her bed right now, there's like 4 layers on Jasmine's bed to get to where she goes. But she's like, no out. Did you even say no outside clothes on your couch?
Well, I don't have as much control over that right now.
But if it was your own.
But like my own in my apartment, when I lived alone, I didn't do like outside clothes on my couch. Like I would change into a fresh pair of clothes when I came inside. A+ would be a shower. Like every time I entered my house, I would like shower. I would just like sanitize the couch once everyone left. And I didn't have that many people over, like a handful. My apartment was like 600 square feet. Like, right. Like one time Demi came over, she's like, where do I sit? Like I had a couch that fit 3 people and like an office chair.
You had the biggest office chair. It was literally a throne with a fucking ledge of fucking ledge coming out of your wall as your desk, and I was like, what is going on here, dude?
I had the world's smallest on that
desk with the biggest chair. I think of that like often. I always think of that. You couldn't even fit a laptop on this desk, dude, and your chair was made to be in like a man's big ass like
mahogany office with like built-in bookcase.
Literally.
Oh, I'm not okay. But ew, that's a disgusting move on Scott's part to go on your bed with shoes. I'm sorry, we need to find the bodies that he's murdered because he's a sociopath.
I also see them laying on their beds like unshowered, and I'm like,
okay, what
with
about
shoes, with feet
in their bathing suits with their suntan lotion and then their bare armpits on their pillows? I'm like, your BO armpit, sweaty armpit, and you're gonna breathe that in tonight on your pillow.
Maybe that's why they all have like pimpies.
How? You know what? I don't think they let them shower that much.
They do like always start with perfect skin and then they like end with like breakouts.
Yeah, I think they make them like sit in their sweat and suntan lotion for a long time.
I would
and
not
then like
do well on that.
And some girls I see getting ready in their bathing suits for the nighttime.
I could never.
So you're not showering between, and you know what? They never shower when they're getting ready to go to bed. They're only using like makeup wipes.
Yeah.
That ain't good for your skin.
How do you not want to shower after a night out? It's probably so hot there.
And they're outside 24/7.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it's hot in Spain. I don't know about where they are and wherever they are in Spain, but in the other parts of Spain, well, in the one part of Spain that I went to, Madrid, it's hot. It's like not humid, but it's hot. It's like 90 degrees.
Coastline, but I'm sure it's still the same. It's like us.
Yeah, it's not going to be like cold.
No.
Honestly, I couldn't survive.
But I feel like Scott like gives like I feel like his personality doesn't match what he looks like on the outside.
Yeah.
Like he's very, very attractive, but also the black sneakers. Like things don't match up where it's like a little dorky.
But I think my theory is that he's like a footballer on the outside, so he doesn't like need game. Because he could just be like, I'm on the football team.
Right. Like he's never actually spent this much dedicated time with people. Like with no music, no distractions, no nothing.
Right. Like I think girls just come up to him because like he's a footballer.
Right.
And then he's like, I'm a footballer. And then like they make out and that's that.
So then Abby's getting to know Scott.
Yeah.
Mitch is enjoying his date.
Being
saying
respectful.
He's open. Yeah, still saying really enjoying where Abby is. Him and Abby. And then they come back and Abby's so pouty.
Yeah, she's whiny like a little. She's just like, I'm so upset and like it doesn't feel good. But like Abby, you were doing the same thing to him within the same day.
No, I really am like confused at the delusion.
And
how do you think the hypocrisy is baffling?
And then for her to be like, well, I haven't fully closed it off with Scott. So if Mitch is into the bombshell, I'll just go back to Scott. So 1, Scott's being used in this scenario.
Yeah.
And 2, how are you going to get mad at Mitch doing something that you're planning on continuing to do to Mitch?
I don't know. It's so weird.
I don't
She's
understand.
acting so weird.
She was honestly annoying me. Every time she spoke today, I was getting annoyed.
She was really annoying. Like, she was definitely unhinged. They should have pulled her in the mental health check and been like, this is Love Island.
You've been here for a week.
Oh, 2 weeks, apparently.
Oh, okay. I missed
think,
that.
like, a week and a half.
Yeah, I missed that first week then. Because, like, you just got here, Abby.
Is she counting Casa?
Oh, okay. But Casa was, like, 2 days. Anyway, Abby,
agreed.
You're new here. This is your first time that...
This is the premise of the show, though.
Right.
Is to talk to other people. And the fact... And, like, Jess is like... Then Jess saying, you need to chill. You just did that. It's like, how are these words that these girls are saying not registering?
Yeah.
It was hard to watch.
The lack of self-awareness is really a really big red flag for me.
Yeah, but Mitch has no self-awareness. Abby's from Mars, Mitch is from Mars.
Yep. Those Martians need to get together.
They are.
And stay together.
They're fucking weird.
They're so weird.
How
Look at his stretch.
I love that. No, he will like sleep like that with his legs out like a little chicken wing.
Oh my God.
If I even so much as looked at Tux when he was in that position, he would be like this and up and out and he would dip. Like that's such a does Stout lay like that?
Not like fully, like Rocket is fully spread right now. I wish you guys could see. He's completely flat. He looks like Superman. Like, I just feel like Stout's not that limber.
We'll show you guys a video. The photo, I mean. But so anyway, then Ella comes back. Are we done talking about Abby? It's just
We're
weird.
done. We're done with Abby.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like you were headed to the end.
Right, just all she had to do was play it cool. And now Mitch is going to talk to the bombshell more to get a rise out of Abby because he's going to like that because it's going to be like
rise. I think just like she's going to give him the ick.
Do you think?
Yeah, he even said he had the one conversation where she was upset.
Mm-hmm.
That's your time to fucking, that was your thing. Like, if he has to keep on like reassuring you, that's an insecure girl that guys don't like.
Yeah.
They don't want to keep telling them. Like, comes to a point where then you're in a relationship and then they know everything about you. That's different. In the beginning, guys do not like that.
Such a good point. Guys hate reassuring girls. Every guy, always. They hate, even the most insecure guys hate insecure girls. It's like such a bad double standard, but it's so true. But once you're in a relationship, I feel like they don't mind reassuring you.
I feel like it'll be cute. It's cute.
Yeah, like even now I'm like, do you still like me? You know what I mean? Like, he's like, we're engaged. I'm like, right. But my question still stands.
You're nuts.
But if I did that 2 weeks in,
exactly,
he would like it would have been like so annoying and weird. So it's like you do really have to play it cool in those beginning times. And Abby, you've known this man for 2 weeks. We'll round up. Let him.
Oh my God, we spent so much time talking about Abby.
I think, and a lot of time talking about Rocket's stretch.
Well, basically, at the end of the episode, this Ella versus Ella thing happens for tomorrow.
Yes. So Ella pulls Ty. Wow, we didn't even get to that. Ella pulls Ty.
Yeah.
And was being like super bombshelly, super like laying it on thick. They knew each other from before. They kissed at a club right before. Tyreek was not really giving much, but he wasn't giving nothing because he's Tyreek. So he was like giving a little bit of flirt. And she was basically like, it's going to be a battle of the Ellas and I think I can make your head turn.
But he also said that I didn't pick up on this convo, but she did, where he was like, can't believe that was the last time we kissed.
I didn't hear him say that to her. If
Me
you didn't
either.
hear him say that to her, I'm thinking it's a she made this up situation a la Molly, we're closed off.
Yeah.
I don't think he said that because I feel like we would have caught on.
Unless the producers like cut it and then, but why would they cut her saying that then?
Right. No, he either said it and they showed it and we both were like looking at our phones.
Is she just a crazy bitch?
Or she might be a crazy bitch. She's giving crazy bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it because, like, whatever the wind wants to take you, girl, I'm here for the ride.
Yeah.
Let's fuck up Sammy and Jess's situation. Let's fuck up Mitch and Abby's situation.
Right.
Ty and Ella would be entertaining. Ella's face when he was like, oh, I know her. She's like, oh my God. Ella's just too jealous because Tyreek makes her jealous.
Yes.
And it's so toxic. It's not even funny.
They'll so
win,
toxic.
but it's so toxic.
But it won't last in the real world. Like, every time a girl looks at Tyreek, Ella's going to lose her mind.
Exactly. I'm scared for those girls.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't watch Yellowstone. It was like
Beth.
Yes, Beth.
When I heard about it.
When Rip was like talking, he was on the dance floor. The girl comes up to him and he's like, he's like, my wife's over there. And she's like, I don't care about your wife, blah, blah. And Beth comes over, breaks a fucking bottle, and fucking like literally beats the shit out of this girl for talking to Rip. And that's the vibe I get from Ella.
Yeah, she's for sure gonna get in your face and yell at you if you mess with her.
Clearly, like that was Ella needs to pipe down a little bit though.
Yeah.
It's mean girl energy, and it's like it's a lot of energy coming out. Just like soar with Ty.
Right, just sit back and like laugh at it.
Exactly.
You'll look better. But
just don't make snarky remarks. Like, she's a very snappy, which is probably like confinement anxiety.
Yeah.
Literally.
Confinement anxiety.
They all are getting it. But it's like coming out. Like, or maybe it's like, no, I'm not gonna say that because then I'll be misogynistic.
Yeah, just I don't know what you're gonna say, but
no, I can't even say it. But I guess we'll see you tomorrow. And we're going to do a Zoom call.
Yeah, we're going to do a Zoom call
we need
on
a night off.
Saturday morning because, like, your girls are burnt out.
Yeah.
But you will catch our episode. But, you know, just not Friday night. But you guys are watching it on Friday night anyway, so
no, you should be out having a life.
Right, or sleeping. That's fine, too.
That's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Watch a movie in bed, cozied up.
Oh, my God, stop.
Your shoes are off. You're showered.
Your fresh new inside clothes.
Mm-hmm. Inside clothes.
Okay. I think we're done.
See ya.
Thank you guys all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. So be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Mike and